Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Forged Irish Stout, Empire Fight Store. We're in Leeds, and no, not for a Josh Warrington fight week. Been to these markets 3 or 4 times while you've been here for Lopez and everyone else, etc. It is for another terrific fight, I have to say. These boys are meeting in the middle to settle a grudge match. Let's first talk about it. It is a terrific fight. There's a bit of needle, a brilliant dust-up. What's going through your mind when you're waiting for this on Saturday?
Listen, I'm a boxing fan, first and foremost. So I'm excited, and it always helps when there's a bit of history. Obviously, they've done it before. It was very, very, very controversial. Obviously, Jack should be walking in there as champion. Undisputed champion, yeah. And that's not my opinion. That's facts, really. But it didn't. It's been a long time in the making, and here we are. I feel there's a lot more emotion. There's a lot more. It feels a lot more personal. So yeah, it should be a firecracker. A bit weird that they're doing it in Leeds, but there you go.
Your manner?
My manner, yeah. It feels weird being here and not getting my gloves on to showcase everyone some skills or talking bollocks to you guys. So yeah, does feel a bit weird, but yeah.
Well, look, we can still take that boxer talking bollocks for another 10 minutes. Fury, Usyk, let's just have a quick chat about that. Did you stay up and watch it?
I did, yeah. I was doing some media with Colin Murray on 5 Live on Sunday morning, so I got my notes out and I made quite a few notes, and I wanted to be professional, be prepared. Great fight, you know, a better fight than I first thought it was going to be.
How did you see it?
I had Usyk 6, Fury 3 and 3 split. Now I know that people don't like scoring them as a split, but some rounds so close, I could only just pick on, I could only give it a split.
Well, I was speaking to Gareth A. Davis and we were saying, look, there's probably about 3 swing rounds here, either way as well, and a terrific advert, and you want to see that rematch now? Yeah,
definitely. I thought Usyk boxed out of his skin. It was nip and tuck after 6. I feel like round 7 was when the fight turned, and then obviously round 8, round 9, and from then onwards, Usyk was more or less dominant.
Well, look, let's come on to you. We've obviously spoke quite a bit over the past 6, 12, 18, however long I've been doing it, but this Leigh Wood rematch, or whatever's next for your career, if it's not Leigh Wood, where are we at? Because I know I spoke to Eddie about 10 minutes ago and he says, look, that fight was in talks, Leigh's picked up a bit of an injury, we're sort of waiting to see where we are. There's an arena like Manchester, he believes he'd sell out. There is words. What can you tell us?
Well, I feel like we were meant to announce a fight maybe 10 days ago for fighting here in Leeds against a certain former opponent from Mexico, and I feel like everything was there. And then it just collapsed. You were supposed to fight Lara.
You know what? You always said to me, I want to run that fight back. I know people think I'm winding you up, but you always said that even with or without a belt, you want that fight back. So that was on the table, and that's just been snatched.
I'm getting frustrated, man. Like, I've been sat about. I had an operation over November time. I was back in the gym in over Christmas period. Obviously, we're talking about City Ground back in January, and some training that fell through. We're looking at alternatives. Obviously, I'm stepping up weights, moving up to super feather, put a bit of size on.
Because you are moving up now, aren't you?
Yeah, moving up, yeah. So, like, Dugan talks about going in the 5 versus 5 thing. Nick Baldock talks about, but I ain't going to make featherweight no more now. So, you know, concentrating just on super feather, Leigh Wood, and then for whatever reason, this can't happen for this reason, can't happen for that reason. Getting nowhere. So like, alright, that fight's not going to happen. Get me a fight with someone else. Alright, we'll get you a fight with Lara. Yeah, fair enough. Gets about to cross the line, and then for whatever reason it didn't happen. I don't know the full ins and outs of why it doesn't, but there we go.
So that fight with Lara, was that what's more personal to you? I know when I was watching the Wood-Lara fight, when he came and spat at you, I knew what that did to you before I even saw your reaction. I thought, this is going to go off here, regardless of anything. Leigh Wood's, obviously, you've had the back and forth, but out of the two, is it more personal with Lara?
I don't know.
Equally just as burning?
I feel like if you talk about relevance, then obviously Wood is there I think because we both speak English and both from this neck of woods, that adds a bit more to it. You know, things can be said in interviews and social media that we both understand clearly, whereas sometimes different languages have different cross barriers. So obviously I don't like Lara because of what he did to me, spitting me, like he's very, very degrading. If we're in the same room, I'd want to punch his head in, but equally same with Leigh Wood, because he talks a lot of bollocks. You know, he met me in Manchester. He said all these things in interviews about taking me, driving to Leeds and punching me head in. Got in front of him in Manchester, turned around and bottled it. So yeah, I think it's equal, but yeah, I feel that I don't like either one of them, and like it's not all for show. Like if either one of them would want to fight me, I'd do so, and with passion as well.
Do you think we're going to get one over the line soon? I mean, there's talks of we'll know more on Saturday potentially. I know there's probably stuff as well that you'll tell me and maybe you can't tell me, but do you feel like we're close?
I hope so. I hope so. I'm losing will. I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, I go to the gym, and you've seen how we train, Matt. Like,
yeah. By the way, it's not like a tick along in any session.
Even when we're ticking over, we still train harder than some people train for the camps. I go to the gym and I kill myself and I sacrifice myself. And listen, it's my job. I understand that, but there has to be an end product at the end. It has to be for a reason, and like, I'm not just killing myself for fun of it. Yeah, I get to be in great shape and feel good, but sparring and doing shit like that, like, I don't need to be taking punches at head for no reason. So yeah, I'm hoping so.
Well, fingers crossed on Saturday we see a terrific fight in the ring. We see some positive news outside the ring. Obviously, with all these fights going to Saudi as well, it's nice to see some big fights like this, what we're going to see on Saturday, and obviously the likes of yourself. It keeps boxing alive in this country as well.
Well, I just said to Frank Smith, I said, you guys have built British. Oh, there he is. I said to Frank, you guys have built British boxing over here. You've built British boxing over here. You've been part of like that cog, what's made boxing and fighters household names. Like, don't let that die off. You know, being able to have the show in Leeds and it's sold out. Yeah, people are travelling from all over, but people have turned up today to see him. So there's boxing fans massively in Leeds. I know everyone thinks about boxing Leeds, Josh Warrington, but there's boxing fans, neutral boxing fans as well.
Well, look, Josh, wish you all the best with your fight news. Fingers crossed this gets over the line, and now you've got even more of a purpose to get in that gym. Always a pleasure catching up, and yeah, hopefully we'll get your reaction to this fight and potential news Saturday.
Cheers, Matt. Thank you.